Hello and welcome to the Lab Rankers. Let's learn, practice, rank together. आज हम माइक्रोबायोलॉजी और पैरासाइटोलॉजी का एक मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक पढ़ने वाले हैं, मलेरिया। ये टॉपिक DMER, DHS, NHM, लेबोरेटरी टेक्नीशियन, DMLT, BMLT और अन्य पैरामेडिकल एग्जाम्स प्रोस्पेक्टिव से बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है। एंड इस टॉपिक से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस रिपीटेडली पूछे जाते हैं। तो चलिए इजी लैंग्वेज में समझते हैं कि मलेरिया, इट्स कॉजेटिव एजेंट, लाइफ साइकिल, ट्रीटमेंट एंड मैनेजमेंट। लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। Malaria is a mosquito-borne infectious disease caused by intracellular protozoan parasite Plasmodium, characterized by cycles of shaking, chills, fever, sweating, and anemia. Affects 500 million and kills more than 1 million people each year. Endemic in tropical and subtropical regions, sub-Saharan Africa, Asia, and Latin America. In India, about 1.5 to 2 million cases and 1,000 malarial deaths are reported annually, mostly from tribal, hilly, and inaccessible areas. Most of the times, आपने endemic and epidemic ये words सुने होंगे, right? Let's clear this concept. Endemic means regularly found in particular peoples or area. Epidemic means a widespread occurrence of an infectious disease in a community at a particular time. Now let's see the taxonomic classification. Plasmodium is a parasitic protozoa, causes malaria. Plasmodium, which infects red blood cells in mammals, including humans, birds, and reptiles, occurs worldwide, especially in tropical and temperate zones. Taxonomic classification. Kingdom Protista. Subkingdom Protozoa. Phylum Apicomplexa. Class Sporozoa. Order Eucoccidida. Family Plasmodidae. Genus Plasmodium. Species infecting humans are P. vivax, P. falciparum, P. malaria, P. ovale. एक और स्पीशीज है जो इन्फेक्शन कॉज करती है, उस स्पीशीज का नाम कमेंट करो। अब हम देखेंगे कॉजेटिव एजेंट्स एंड डिजीज टाइप। प्लाज्मोडियम विवैक्स कॉजेस benign tertian malaria. Plasmodium falciparum causes malignant tertian/pernicious malaria, most common and fatal. Plasmodium malariae causes quartan malaria. Plasmodium ovale ovale tertian malaria. अब आप बताओ कि इनमें से मोस्ट फेटल मलेरिया कौन से स्पीशीज कॉज करती है? कमेंट योर आंसर। हिस्ट्री ऑफ मलेरियल पैरासाइट्स। देखते हैं मलेरिया और रिलेटेड डिस्कवरीज। स्पेसिफिक कॉजेटिव एजेंट डिस्कवर्ड बाय लेवेरिन इन 1880 इन RBCS of a patient. Asexual development in RBCS, erythrocytic schizogony, discovered by Golgi in 1886, Golgi cycle. Romanovsky in 1891 developed a staining method. 3 species, P. vivax, P. malariae, and P. falciparum, discovered between 1886 to 1890. Amigo and Grassi described the life cycle in 1898. P. ovale was identified in 1922. Mode of transmission established by Ronald Ross in 1897 at Secunderabad, India. Observed malarial parasite in mosquitoes. चलिए अब देखते हैं geographical distribution and habitat. Malarial parasites are found in all countries, extending from 40 degrees south to 60 degrees north. Tropical zone, all malarial parasites. Subtropical zone, Plasmodium malariae. Temperate zone, P. vivax. East and West Africa, P. ovale. Few cases reported from India. P. falciparum, common in Africa, South America, Southeast Asia, including India. P. vivax, common in Northern Africa, South America, Korea, China, USSR, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. P. malariae, Africa, Burma, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Indonesia, Europe, Brazil, Panama, Guyana, etc., also reported from India. Habitat. The liver cells and the red blood cells Via blood, it is carried to all organs of the body. अब देखते हैं hosts and infective forms. Plasmodium has two hosts. 1. Vertebrate host, asexual reproduction, intermediate host, human. 2. Blood-sucking insect, sexual reproduction, definitive host, mosquito, female anopheline. आप बताओ कि डेंगू किस वेक्टर के थ्रू ट्रांसमिट होता है? आंसर कमेंट करना. Infective stage for human, sporozoites. Infective stage for mosquito, gametocytes. In the intermediate host, human, liver stage, 6 to 14 days, blood stage, 48 to 72 hours, incubation period, 21 days. Next is chart में दिया गया है. Morphology of each species of malaria. आप देख सकते हो. Difference between the size and shape of RBCs, trophozoite size, size of schizons and hemozoin. ये chart important है, so keep it in mind. Next chart है. Morphology of ring stage and amoeboid stage. Each plasmodium species में जो भी difference है, अच्छे से याद कर लेना. चलिए देखते हैं life cycle overview. Definitive host, female anopheline mosquito, sexual phase. Intermediate host, human, asexual phase. Infective form, sporozoites. Source, infected mosquitoes. Mode of infection, inoculative, by bite of mosquito. Complete life cycle in two hosts. Human, cycle stages. 1. Pre-erythrocytic schizogony. 2. Erythrocytic schizogony. 3. Gametogony. 4. Exoerythrocytic schizogony. Let's start the first stage, pre-erythrocytic schizogony, liver stage. Sporozoites released in blood capillaries reach the liver and enter parenchymal cells, hepatocytes. Sporozoites in liver cells change to large round bodies and undergo repeated division to form pre-erythrocytic schizont, which matures in 6 to 16 days and bursts, releasing thousands of pear-shaped merozoites. 1. Micromerozoites enter the circulation. 2. Macromerozoites re-enter the liver cells. यहाँ आप देख सकते हो flow chart of pre-erythrocytic stage. ध्यान से देखोगे तो आपको थ्योरी पार्ट जो हमने पढ़ा वो क्लियर हो जाएगा. अब देखते हैं सेकेंड स्टेज, एरिथ्रोसाइटिक स्किज़ोगोनी. Micromerozoites released in circulation invade the red blood cells, RBCs, by a process of endocytosis. Inside the RBC, the merozoite becomes rounded body with a vacuole at one pole. When stained with Romanovsky stain, the cytoplasm stains blue, nucleus red, and central vacuole annular or ring-like, hence it is called ring stage, red, and central trophozoite stage. The ring stage further develops into amoeboid stage. It increases in size, becomes irregular in shape, and shows amoeboid motility. It is the late trophozoite stage. Initially, the nuclei reaches a certain stage of development, and when nucleus divides to form small daughter nuclei without the division of cytoplasm, known as early schizont, then each daughter nucleus is surrounded by cytoplasm. This stage is known as mature schizont, in which small merozoites are seen, each having a nucleus develops into the late schizont, which bursts releasing fresh RBCs, and cycle is repeated with surrounding cytoplasm. The rupture of the mature schizont releases large quantities of merozoites into circulation, which again invade the RBCs. This cycle lasts for 7 to 8 days in P. vivax, 5 to 7 days in P. falciparum, 9 days in P. ovale, 14 to 16 days in P. malariae. No clinical illness or damage to liver cells. यहाँ आप देख सकते हो फ्लो चार्ट ऑफ एरिथ्रोसाइटिक शिज़ोगोगी. चलिए देखते हैं थर्ड स्टेज, गैमेटोगोनी. After repeated cycles of erythrocytic schizogony, some merozoites develop into sexually differentiated forms called gametocytes. This process is known as gametogony. This takes place within the internal organs, spleen and bone marrow, and peripheral circulation. Maturation is completed in about 4 days. The female, macrogametocyte, is larger than male, microgametocyte, and females are more crescent-shaped, except in P. falciparum, in which they are crescent-shaped. Mature gametocytes are round in shape in 4 species except in P. falciparum, in which they are crescent-shaped. They do not produce any febrile reaction. They are produced for continuation of species and are taken up by mosquito infective. About 12 or more per cubic millimeter of blood are required to make mosquito infective. The individuals who harbor mature gametocytes are known as carriers. चलिए अब देखते हैं last stage of human cycle, exoerythrocytic schizogony and recurrences. After establishment of blood infection, the process is known as exoerythrocytic schizogony. It is seen in P. vivax, P. ovale, and probably in P. malariae, but disappear in P. falciparum. It has been found in a cryptobiotic phase that hepatocytes remain dormant in midgut, where merozoites and probably P. ovale and causes relapse. क्या आपने recurrence ये word सुना है? चलिए देखते हैं क्या है ये. Recurrences in malaria, 2 types. 1. Recrudescence in P. falciparum. Following development of immunity, the clinical attack subsides, but the parasites are not completely eliminated and persist in some RBCs. The number of these forms may increase in number and cause a fresh attack of malaria within a year or 2. This is known as recrudescence. चलिए देखते हैं relapse क्या है. Relapse. In P. vivax and P. ovale, some sporozoites on entering hepatocytes remain dormant from time to time to form hypnozoites, sleeping sporozoites, which infect RBCs and cause recurrence of malaria. It is known as relapse. अब देखते हैं mosquito cycle. Mosquito cycle इसे sexual cycle of malaria भी कहा जाता है. Mosquito cycle starts with ingestion of gametocytes from infected person by female anopheline mosquito during its blood meal. Gametocytes reach the midgut where the microgametocyte divides to form 4 to 8 microgametes and macrogametocyte matures to produce a macrogamete. One microgamete fertilizes macrogamete to produce a zygote which lengthens and matures into eukinete. The eukinete penetrates the gut wall and is located beneath basement membrane where it develops into oocyst. Oocyst matures, increases in size and finally ruptures, releasing sporozoites which migrate throughout the body and reach salivary glands and finally penetrate the acinar cells and enter the salivary ducts. When such a mosquito bites, release sporozoites in skin capillaries to initiate human cycle. यहाँ आप देख सकते हो mosquito cycle flowchart. एक easy way to revise the cycle. Let's see sucking of gametocytes by mosquito during its blood meal. Then micro and macrogamete fertilize to form zygote. Then conversion to oocyst, rupture of oocyst and release of sporozoites. Then sporozoites reach the salivary glands. Then injection of sporozoites to initiate human cycle in new host. आप चलते हैं pathogenicity. Incubation periods की तरफ. The disease caused is known as malaria, from Italian mala bad and aria air, bad emanations from the soil. The incubation period is generally 9 to 30 days. Incubation period by species. हर species का incubation period different होता है. Incubation period means time period between infection and appearance of symptoms. Shortest in P. falciparum, 12 days. Longest in P. malaria, 28 to 30 days. In P. vivax, 13 to 17 days. In P. ovale, it may be 9 months, with some P. vivax strains designated as causing characteristic fever. चलिए, clinical features of malaria की तरफ. The typical picture consists of periodic bouts of fever with splenomegaly. Febrile paroxysms show 3 successive stages. 1. The cold stage lasts for 15 to 60 minutes, characterized by intense cold and uncontrollable shivering. 2. The hot stage lasts for 2 to 6 hours, characterized by abdominal discomfort, nausea, vomiting, and severe headache. 3. The sweating stage lasts for 2 to 3 hours, characterized by high-grade fever, profuse sweating, followed by anemia and exhaustion. अब देखते हैं types of malaria by fever periodicity. Vivax malaria, also known as benign tertian malaria, caused by P. vivax, recurs after intervals of 48 hours or every third day. Falciparum malaria, also known as malignant tertian malaria, by P. falciparum, recurs after intervals of 48 hours or every third day, also called subtertian. Fever may recur before 48 hours, hence more dangerous. Malaria. Malaria, also known as quartan malaria, caused P. malaria, recurs after intervals of 72 hours or every fourth day. Ovale tertian malaria, caused P. ovale, recurs after intervals of 48 hours or every third day. अब देखते हैं complications of P. falciparum infection. 1. Pernicious malaria, malignant malaria, a life-threatening complication of P. falciparum infection if infection is not effectively treated. Clinically, it may present as antibodies. 2. Cerebral malaria, characterized by hyperpyrexia, convulsion, coma and paralysis. 3. Algid malaria, characterized by hypotension and gastrointestinal symptoms. 4. Septicemic malaria, characterized by high-grade fever, peripheral circulatory failure, pneumonia and cardiac syncope. ब्लैक वाटर फीवर के बारे में जानते हो? चलिए देखते हैं. Black water fever occurs as a result of massive intravascular hemolysis caused by anti-erythrocyte antibodies, characterized by hemoglobinemia and hemoglobinuria, passage of dark red or blackish urine, hence the name black water. Other symptoms are fever and rigor, bilious vomiting and prostration, lapse, and acute renal failure. Chloroquine is the drug of choice for treatment. चलिए देखते हैं laboratory diagnosis, specimens and microscopy. Specimens. Blood. A finger prick sample is sufficient. It should be collected before the administration of anti-malarial agents. The peripheral blood smear, PBS, is the diagnostic agent. Blood sample collected during this period gives positive results. In India, JSB stain is commonly used. The smear is observed before it is declared negative. Direct microscopy. Demonstration of malarial parasite in peripheral blood smear, PBS, in thick film allows quick detection and thin film for species identification. Other specimens. Bone marrow aspirates or material obtained by sternal puncture. Processing of specimens. Blood film stained by Leishman stain, Giemsa stain or Field stain. JSB stain, Singh and Bhattacharjee, rapid method commonly used. At least 200 fields should be observed under oil immersion objective before declared negative. चलिए देखते हैं कि स्लाइड्स की माइक्रोस्कोपी की ग्रेडिंग एंड क्वांटिटेशन कैसे किया जाता है. क्वांटिटेशन ऑफ पैरासाइट्स. प्लस बराबर 1 से 10 पैरासाइट्स पर 100 थिक फिल्म फील्ड्स. प्लस प्लस बराबर 11 से 100 पैरासाइट्स पर 100 थिक फिल्म फील्ड्स. Plus 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 equals 1 to 10 parasites per single thick film field. Plus 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 equals more than 10 parasites per single thick film field. Use of PBS examination. To find out the percentage of parasitized RBCs. To find out species of malarial parasite. अब आते हैं माइक्रोस्कोपी पे. माइक्रोस्कोपी. Thick versus thin smears. Microscopy, thin and thick smears. Rapid diagnostic tests. Polymerase chain reaction. Immunofluorescence. Light microscopy of thick and thin stained blood smears remains the standard method for diagnosing malaria. Involves collection of a blood smear, staining with Romanovsky stains, and examination of RBCs for intracellular malarial parasites.
Thick smears are 20 to 40 times more sensitive than thin smears for screening of Plasmodium parasites, with a detection limit of 10 to 50 trophozoites per microliter. Thin smears allow one to identify malaria species, including diagnosis of mixed infections, quantify parasitemia, and assess for presence of schizons, gametocytes, and malarial pigment in neutrophils and monocytes. Jaswant Singh Bhattacharya, JSB, stain for thick and thin films, standard method used by laboratories under the National Malaria Eradication Program in India.
अब देखते हैं detection of malarial pigment. To detect malarial pigment that gives clue regarding the infection in absence of malarial parasite seen in Falciparum vivax. Rapid diagnostic tests RDTs की ओर चलिए. Introduction of simple, rapid, sensitive and increasingly affordable dipstick or card tests for diagnosis of malaria has been a major advance in recent years. These are based on antibody detection of malaria-specific antigens in blood samples. 3 main antigen targets. 1. Histidine-rich protein. 2 of P. falciparum, PFHRP, 2. Plasmodium aldolase. 3. Parasite lactate dehydrogenase, PLDH. अब देखते हैं other diagnostic methods. 1. Fluorescent staining method. Fluorochromes such as acridine orange, which stains nuclear DNA green and cytoplasmic RNA red, helps identify malarial parasites, used for rapid staining and rapid screening of smears. 2. Quantitative Buffy coat, QBC method. Acridine orange used to identify malarial parasite by the QBC method. 3. Detection of antigen. Dipstick test. Enzyme immunoassay for detection of P. falciparum antigen, PFHRP2, in serum. Test detecting parasitic lactate dehydrogenase. ELISA, RIA. Serological tests to demonstrate specific antibodies. Immunoprecipitation. Complement fixation test. Indirect hemagglutination test. ELISA. Flocculation test. Countercurrent immunoelectrophoresis. Indirect immunofluorescence test. RIA. Nucleic acid detection by using DNA and RNA probes and PCR. अब देखते हैं prophylactic measures. For personal prophylaxis, protection against mosquito bite, use of mosquito net or mosquito repellents. Chemoprophylaxis. Drugs recommended are chloroquine, amodiaquine, and pyrimethamine. Gives effective protection to travelers visiting endemic areas. For community prophylaxis, treatment of carriers, destruction of gametocytes. Anti-mosquito measures, destruction of adult mosquitoes by spraying insecticides, for example, DDT. Anti-larval measures, elimination of breeding places and use of larvicides. Vaccine preparation containing polymerized synthetic peptides against P. falciparum is under trial. अब देखते हैं general treatment. Treatment. Chloroquine, drug of choice. In chloroquine-resistant P. falciparum, a combination of sulfadoxine and pyrimethamine. Primaquine acts on exoerythrocytic parasites. Hypnozoitocidal drug used in relapse of Plasmodium vivax. Next is chart में हम देखेंगे. Treatment of uncomplicated malaria. First line drugs in endemic areas. इस चार्ट में फर्स्ट लाइन ड्रग्स, डोजेस एंड पर्टिकुलर स्पीशीज के लिए कौन से ड्रग्स यूजफुल हैं वो बताया गया है. ये चार्ट एग्जाम प्रोस्पेक्टिवली बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाला है, सो नोट इट डाउन प्रॉपर्ली. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पार्ट पे. रेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट. Patients with P. vivax and P. ovale infections should also be given primaquine 0.25 milligrams base per kilogram daily with food for 14 days to prevent relapse. In mild G6PD deficiency, 0.75 milligrams base per kilogram once weekly for 6 weeks. Primaquine should not be given in severe G6PD deficiency. अब देखते हैं treatment in pregnancy. In all trimesters, drug of choice is chloroquine, quinine, artesunate/artemether/artether. In second trimester, mefloquine, pyrimethamine/sulfadoxine. In third trimester, mefloquine, pyrimethamine/sulfadoxine. Contraindicated drugs in pregnancy are primaquine, tetracycline, doxycycline, halofentrine. अब देखते हैं concept of relapse. Both P. vivax and P. ovale have a tendency to relapse after resolution of the primary infection. Relapse must be distinguished from recrudescence of the primary infection due to incomplete treatment. P. falciparum is the usual cause of recrudescent infections and tends to arise 2 to 4 weeks following treatment, whereas relapses occur weeks or months after the primary infection. Relapse patterns. Proportion of cases relapsing and intervals between relapses vary between strains. Pattern determined largely by geographical origin of infections. Over 50% of P. vivax cases in Thailand relapse, whereas in India, the proportion is closer to 20%. Tropical strains have shorter intervals, 3 to 6 weeks, compared to subtropical P. vivax, which have longer gaps. In recent years, a relapse interval of 6 weeks has been widely quoted for P. vivax malaria. But this is an artifact of the use of chloroquine for treatment, which suppresses the first relapse at 3 weeks. तो दोस्तों ये था मलेरिया का कंप्लीट एंड इजी एक्सप्लेनेशन. अगर वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो लाइक करें, अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करें और ऐसे ही एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड कंटेंट के लिए लैब रैंकर्स को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें. लैब रैंकर्स, लर्न, प्रैक्टिस, रैंक.